Have you been thinking about getting into Forex trading? Forex trading opens up a world of opportunity for those who know how to do it properly. You can experience financial freedom and reap tremendous rewards for your trading skills. Unfortunately, many programs make big promises and throw students into the trading market without the proper knowledge and expertise to succeed. Fortunately, there is a solution. Great White FX Academy is the best place to start your Forex trading journey with the tools, resources, and education necessary to help you thrive in the market. Great White FX is an online Forex training platform that provides technical training that will help you succeed. It is of the utmost importance to have a proper qualitative education to participate in Forex trading, and that is exactly what Great White 803-930-61888. Have you been thinking about getting into Forex trading? Forex trading opens up a world of opportunity for those who know how to do it properly. You can experience financial freedom and reap tremendous rewards for your trading skills. Unfortunately, many programs make big promises and throw students into the trading market without the proper knowledge and expertise to succeed. Fortunately, there is a solution. Great White FX Academy is the best place to start your Forex trading journey with the tools, resources, and education necessary to help you thrive in the market. Great White FX is an online Forex training platform that provides technical training that will help you succeed. It is of the utmost importance to have a proper qualitative education to participate in Forex trading, and that is exactly what Great White FX focuses on. You can reach us on Facebook at Great White FX and Forex Educational Academy, on Instagram at Great White FX, on Twitter at Great White FX, or call us at 234-803-930-61888.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. You're welcome to Plan Your Trade Your Plan Forex Review with Great White FX for the 8th of November 2019. Please, if you can hear me clearly and see my screen, please, can you just type in yes into the chat box? If you can hear me clearly and see my screen, please, can you type yes into the chat box? Okay, so without taking so much of your time, let's get down to business. So tomorrow being Friday the 8th, we have high impact Republic Bank of Australia as the RBA monetary policy statement coming in at 1:30 a.m. Then we have China trade balance, then China new loans, then By 2:30 p.m., we have employment change and the unemployment rate for Canada. So these are the high impact news we have tomorrow. So that which will come in a few hours' time is the RBA monetary policy statement coming in by 1:30 a.m., which will affect anything that is that has AUD attached to it. So without getting let's get down to what we have for today. So looking at the chart, as always, we always start with the dollar index. So starting off with the dollar index, get an idea of dollar strength or weakness as to give us an idea of what to expect tomorrow. Can you hear me clearly now? Somebody said the audio is breaking. Can you hear me clearly now? Hello? Okay. So we're going to start off with as a dollar index. We're looking at the dollar index from the daily point of view. We seem to have what looks like a double bottom here. And if you ask me, the dollar is might still power up a bit into this zone. This zone will be the deciding factor. This zone, that's between 98.30 and 98.66. That zone will decide the fate of the dollar in the coming days ahead, because if the dollar runs into it, it might drop a bit. But as long as the dollar stays above 97.85, that's this level here, it has the potential to, if it drops and this place holds as support, you might still see it move higher. But should this level break and on a retest act as resistance, you might see further weakness in the dollar index. So that's the scenario we have. We already have a W formation, which already is bullish. So we may see dollar strength tomorrow. As you can see already, they've broken this zone, retested it. They tested it yesterday. So they might still move higher. So looking at the intraday chart, let's get an idea of how that is going to look at. It's just basically looking like this. It's what it's looking like, the same thing. If price runs into here, that would now be a deciding factor. As you can see, this downward sloping trend line has been broken to the upside. So price may still continue further up. So the next we're looking at is gold. So looking at gold from the daily, gold is looking bearish. Gold is looking bearish. It has broken this level here. That's 1481.24 and 1474.39. So these two zones. But there is something here. There is a level here. There's a level here which gold has not tested. So if you ask me, the best bet tomorrow is to wait for a pullback on gold. If you ask me, the best bet is to wait for a pullback on gold. If any of these areas, that's this zone, that's between 1474 to 1481, should they act as resistance, then you may take a short position on gold. But if you do not see that, you need to be very careful, because it closed back above 1481.25 might send gold higher. So that's it for gold, but for now it still has a bearish bias. So next pair we're going to look at is USDCHF. So looking at the USDCHF from the daily point of view, you can still see the same W formation. But for now, it's having a bit of a challenge at this area. There is a zone here. So I'm gonna put this back. Get rid of. Let me get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. So this is where it's having its challenge now. Here. As this one, you can see it touched it and pulled back. So the situation now is it needs to clear it to continue moving forward. But as you can see, unlike the dollar index, the USDCHF has not cleared the apex properly. So what do we do with this information? If we look at it, we could see that zone on the daily, this is it here. This is it here. It's been tested several times, so it's acting as resistance. So the deal now is this. There was a level here that was broken to the upside. So if price comes down to test 99.41 to 99.19, as long as price stays above this lower zone, it might still move higher. So as you can see on the daily, price may just tilt back a bit, then retest this zone. If it tests this zone, because as you can see, it has tested this zone severally. So this is a resistance zone. So if it should test this area again and get rejected, then you may see a bit of weakness on the USDCHF. You may see a bit of weakness. So let me see. Let me move this a little bit further. This zone, yeah. Look at this zone, so I can clearly see what I'm. I have a better view of what I'm looking at. So somewhere here. So often I could say this looks like a zone to me. Yep. So it has tested it the first time, as you can see the drop. If this area holds as support and it runs in, it might still drop because I'm picking up a major zone here. There's a major zone here and it tested it. This is the second time it's testing it. So let's see what happens if this zone will hold as support. But for now, price may still try to rally up a bit. So the way I trade is I just have my zones and trade as price react to the zone. So I found out that trying to say this is bullish, this is bearish, most times it can lock you into a bias that you do not need. So if we look at the Euro USD, the Euro USD, you can see his M formation, double top, and he has broken the apex. So this is the deal for the Euro USD tomorrow. The Euro USD, just wait for it to retest here. Because if you look at it on the daily, that the neckline is here. You can see it has broken it, so you need to wait for a retest. Although it did a little bit of retest these few days, but today closed below the neckline. So what you would wait for tomorrow is a retest into this area and a rejection down, then the trade may go lower. That's just it. You can see from the daily, it has broken this neckline. So further weakness might be expected on this pair. So the next pair we're going to look at is the EURGBP. I can't say much on this EURGBP. It's not made up its mind yet. It's just, as you can see, it's everywhere and nowhere. So if you ask me on this pair, I will say caution. Caution will be the watchword on this pair. The pair is everywhere and nowhere. So the next pair, moreover, I don't have much to say on that pair. The next pair I'm going to look at is the GBPUSD. So if you look at the GBPUSD from the daily point of view, there's this trend line that still seems to be holding. But if you look at price, today is obviously going to be a bearish close, as you can see. Price may still drop lower. Obviously going to be a bearish close. So we have, let me use this swing low here. And that swing low is coming in at 27.92. As long as price stays above there, there's a potential it may bounce. As you can see, it's about to do its own slightly lower leg M formation. Let me switch over to the line chart, as you can see. So storyline on this pair is watch to see what happens at 1.2792. So that's the area here. That's the area here, and as you can see, the price touched it the first time and bounced. You can see price touched it the first time and bounced, but though this trend line has been broken, so if price pulls back into here and gives a rejection, then you may take a short trade. Or the best bet is you wait for a break below, retest, and move lower. So that's basically it for the GBPUSD. But for now, it's sitting above support. So you need to wait for a rally into a resistance zone to take a better short position. So looking at another pair, GBPCHF, the same thing too, is everywhere, is nowhere. As is the same thing with this pair. But if you look at it, if you look at this, you'll notice that there's support zone here between 1.2715 and 1.2635. That's here. You can see price dropped into a bounce. So we could say that the upper range is between 1.2804 to 1.2844, and this is the lower zone. So you just wait for price either at this level or at this upper level to take a trade. Anything in between, and you might run into troubled waters. So the next pair we're going to look at is USDJPY. So looking at the USDJPY, let me get rid of all this. So looking at the USDJPY, as always, I always like to use my line chart. So if I use my line chart, I see a double bottom here, double bottom formation here. I see a formation here. So I go back to my line chart. So this is what I see on USDJPY. He's head deep into a resistance area. That's just it. So basically, let's go into the chart to see what we have here. So if you look at this from a daily, let me transpose what I have on the daily here. I already have resistance here, and I already have resistance here. So as you can see, price is below the resistance, although there's a bit of support here. So how do you trade this tomorrow? Now, storyline is, as you can see, already marked it up. As long as price stays above 109.15, it might test any of these areas. But should it move below this level, then you'll be looking at it to come down to this structure area here. You'll be looking at it to come down to this structure area here, as this zone here. We're looking at it to find support here. So that's just basically it for this pair. That's just basically it's head deep into a resistance area. As you can see from the deal, the first time it came in there, it dropped. But it seems to be trying to break the level here. They are eating up at others here. So this area might break, this area might hold. So that's just what we're looking at. This might give you this might be a dark cloud cover on the 4 hour, depending on how it closes by 11. So if it stays above 109.15, it might move higher. So the next pair we're going to look at is the Euro Yen. Looking at the Euro Yen, let's get an idea of it from the daily. If you ask me, this Euro Yen seems to be ranging. If you look to your left, switch to line chart, you have this low, you have this high here. Switch back to candles, that's where price has been dancing in between. Okay. It is ranging on the daily. Then if you come into the 4 hour, well, on the 4 hour, there seems to be a formation here. This looks like a flag, a pull, and this looks like a flag. So it's kind of like a sideways consolidation sort of system. So the deal here is just to wait for it either at the top or at the bottom to take a trade. Anything in between might not go too well. That's just it for this. Anything in between. So if it comes down to this level here, that's 120.60 and act as support, it might move higher. But should it break 120.60, then you may see it come down towards this lower channel. As you can see, There's a channel here. You can see there's a channel here. Let me see if I can feel this channel a bit. Let's see what color am I using for the background. Let's see if I can fill it up a bit. Okay, this is not the best color. Okay. Trying to get a color for this background for the zones. Okay, this is, I think this should be okay. This should be okay. So this is the zone. A channel. So this is a channel. So top, the bottom, you just play it. So the next pair we're going to look at is the EURGBP. So looking at the pound yen, sorry. Looking at the pound yen, well, the pound yen seems to still be in a kind of range, as you can see. Still seems to be in a kind of a range. There's what you would call a master candle here. A master candle is a candle that has at least a minimum of 4 to 5 candles within his range. And if you look at this single bearish candle here, his high and low has not been taken out. So he serves properly as a master candle here. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close of today, 10 trading days has been within the range of this candle. So EURGBP, so we can comfortably say that the pound yen is in a range. So you just need to find out where price is respecting. This seems to be, this is the upper zone, and this area seems to be the lower zone. So the upper zone is between 140.46 to 140.75, while the lower zone is between 139.49 to 139.70. So as you can see, price dropped into there today, bounced off, and kind of have been ranging. And if you notice also, on this 4-hour candle, we're about to have what seems to be like a master candle, this single candle here. So this single candle here is about to play a master candle. So the GBP pound yen is more like a range. So you just need to wait for price at either of the extremes to take a trade. So the next pair we're going to look at is the AUDUSD. So looking at this AUDUSD, this AUDUSD is a mix of kind of like it's looking bullish, more bullish than bearish. If we look at this, there is a massive W formation. This is the apex. As you can see, price has closed above the apex, but it is having some challenges from this area here. So if I pull back my line chart, okay, if I pull back my levels marked up on this chart, am I sure? Oh, okay, yeah, I was wondering. So if I pull back my levels, let me move this. You can see this area here, I've already marked it out. That area is giving price a bit of a challenge. This trend line price has broken and seems to be testing the underside. So if we go down to our intraday chart, the best deal on this chart is to wait for it at the stop area. Let me see if I can also shade this zone also. Not so much. So you can see this is the zone. It looks more like a flag. You can see rally and it's moving sideways. So this pair, now this is a challenge. You see that trend line I was talking about? It has broken it. It's testing the underside. So on this pair, and you know there's going to be news on this pair coming up later today. There's going to be the RBA rate statement coming in around 1:30 a.m. West African time. So these are zones that I didn't extend. So I'm trying to extend them so that I get the picture of where price is. So these zones are above. So for this pair to be fully bullish, you need to see something like this. It move above here, retest, and they move into this zone. But should it get rejected from this upper zone here, as this upper channel area here, then you may see further drop on this pair. But if you look at it from the daily, it has a more bullish than bearish look. So it's just a question of caution and knowing where you're taking the trade from. So the next one we're going to look at is the EURAUD. So looking at the EURAUD, it's bearish, but it's at this trend line. And as you can see, the trend line is being respected. So let's look at this on our intraday chart. So looking at this on our intraday chart, we could see this area was prior support. As you can see, price respected it. That trend line on the daily, I didn't actually get it properly. Let me draw it here. So I have this, I put only the long-term trend line. There's a medium-term trend line running from this point to this point. And that's one price is respecting at the moment. That's one price is respecting at the moment. So let me go back to my FOREX. As you can see, this is a storyline here. And there is a downward sloping channel, as you can see. It's kind of like a downward sloping channel. This place has been respected. It confluences with the rising support. So a move or a close above 160.42 may send price higher. But as you can see, it's testing this area. So if it gets rejected from here, it may move down to the next trend line or even further lower. So that's it for the EURAUD. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the GBP card. So looking at the GBP card, no, the USD card. Sorry, looking at the USD card, well, seems looking bullish, but seems to be caught up in a sort of consolidation. It seems to be caught up in a sort of consolidation. There is a zone here. Let me. There is a zone here. Let me see if it's clearer on my intraday chart. Let me see if I can find this on my intraday chart. So if we look at this pair, it has this zone now to take care of. So as you can see, it's more like a range for now. So if it closes above 13200 to 132.34, it may move higher. But of note is this falling trend line here. Trend line is not so far. So for now, if price stays above this zone, it may continue higher. And remember, we have high impact card news coming in tomorrow from 2:30. We need to be aware of that. So the last is I'm going to look at is this, the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq for now is still looking pretty bullish. Still looking pretty bullish. It's not showing any signs of pullback. So on this pair, let's see, caution might just be the watchword. But this is a 4-hour, and we're having this engulfing here. So let me see if I run this trend line from here to here. So a break below this trend line, a break below that trend line. And as you can see, this high, they are not staying above it. This high here has been made here. This high here. If this high is solid, as you can see, when they make a new high, they close above it. They've always closed above, but they're closing back below this one. If they close back below this high, if they give you a little bit of pullback tomorrow and they get rejected, then this first trend line is going to get broken. And if that first trend line gets broken, excuse me, if that first trend line gets broken, then they'll be going for this second one. It's at the break of this second trend line and they give you a lower low, then you may see signs of a top, a temporary top on this pair. So that is it for today's review. Thank you all for taking your time to attend. The registration, we're about entering the final week for the registration for the 6 weeks masterclass with Great White FX. It is open to both beginners, intermediate, and advanced traders. If you wish to learn some of the systems I use on my chart, it will be an opportunity for you to sign up so that you don't need anybody telling you what to do. You just look at your chart and you decide what to do, because waiting on somebody to give you a trade bias is not always to your benefit. So these are my social media handles. If you have any question or any commentary, you could at least reach out to me. This video will be posted on the trade channel, as my YouTube channel, Plan Your Trade, Trade Your Plan. So I thank you all for taking your time to attend. I wish you all a beautiful night's sleep, a beautiful trading day, and a blessed weekend ahead. Thank you.